I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm going to show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together.
Tank has once again stirred up conversation in the boxing world, but this time, his actions have left fans and analysts in shock. Over the past few weeks, he's been sending intense warnings to Lamont Roach, making people question if Roach will even make it through this. But in his latest message, Tank made his intentions crystal clear. At a recent press conference, he delivered a bold statement, then took things even further by sharing a training video with a chilling caption, "I'm going to end you." With those words, Tank made it clear that his mind games are in full swing, aiming to break his opponent both mentally and physically. The tension between these two reignited after a recent interview revealed what led Tank to briefly call off the fight. For a moment, it looked like the showdown was cancelled, sending fans into a frenzy. Rumors spread quickly about why Gervonta Davis had decided to walk away from one of the year's most highly anticipated matchups.
Now, I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
As speculation reached its peak, Lamont Roach, always composed and professional, responded during a recent Q&A on his YouTube channel. Addressing the rumors directly, Roach admitted that even he was unsure why Tank made such a dramatic announcement. He acknowledged that Tank's unpredictability was nothing new but insisted it didn't bother him. "Y'all know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a wild card," Roach said. "He's just throwing punches. That's not going to affect me." He made it clear that while Tank's erratic behavior might rattle others, it wouldn't shake his confidence or take him off his game.
Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is. It goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not.
Despite Tank's shocking statement, Roach reassured fans that the fight was never actually cancelled. "The fight was never off, just so y'all know," Roach said. "Whatever the case may be, I already knew that. He just scared y'all a little bit." He dismissed Tank's announcement as just another one of his emotional outbursts, making it clear that it didn't affect his mindset. "I was in the gym, training for my biggest fight. That's what I'm focused on."
Consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
Even though Roach had no idea what triggered Tank's outburst, he didn't waste time dwelling on it. Instead, he stayed focused on what truly mattered, preparing for the fight. The highly anticipated showdown is still set for March 1, 2025, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, serving as the main event for PBC's second big card of the year. But now that the fight is officially back on track, one big question remains. Why did Tank do it in the first place? Why stir up so much confusion when everything was already set?
Frown. What? I say ninth round.
You said ninth?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at ninth.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down there?
One thing is certain. Tank has always been unpredictable, and this latest stunt is just another chapter in his ongoing mind games. But this time, he's taking it to another level. Tank isn't just warning Roach that this fight won't be easy. He's trying to break him mentally before they even step into the ring. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a master at psychological warfare, throwing his opponents off balance long before the first punch is thrown. Roach has been in high-stakes fights before, but this back and forth with Tank might be his toughest mental battle yet.
At the end of next year, do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
This isn't the first time Tank has used his unpredictable nature to stir up drama. From his surprise retirement announcement to his cryptic social media posts, he's always kept fans on their toes. But this time, it feels different. His warning to Roach isn't just for show, it's a statement of intent. With every training video he shares, he's sending a clear message. He's coming with everything he's got. Tank isn't just preparing for a fight, He's making it clear that he'll do whatever it takes to walk away with the win.
4 out of his last 5 fights that's not scared of him.
Oh, wow.
Rolly was scared. Brian was scared.
Frank wasn't
Hector was scared.
Frank
was terrified.
Frank wasn't scared.
Frank was terrified.
Man, he wasn't.
The stakes for this fight couldn't be higher. Gervonta "Tank" Davis is already a dominant force in boxing. His knockout power is feared, and his ability to take control from the opening bell is unmatched. But Lamont Roach isn't just another opponent. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's not here to be overlooked. As one of the top fighters in the super featherweight division, Roach is determined to prove he belongs among the elite. This isn't just about a title, it's about respect. Roach has the opportunity to show the world that he's more than just another name on Tank's resume. While Tank's threats may seem extreme, they're all part of his strategy. He's trying to get inside Roach's head, planting seeds of doubt before they even step into the ring. If he can shake Roach's confidence now, he'll have the upper hand when the fight begins. But Roach isn't falling for it. He's staying locked in, keeping his focus on the prize, and pushing himself harder than ever in training. No matter what Tank throws at him, before or during the fight, Roach is determined to be ready.
We fought twice in the same tournament. So, we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
But the buzz around this fight just keeps growing. Last month, ES News shared a video on their YouTube channel suggesting that the March 1st showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach could break multiple gate records. For those unfamiliar, gate records refer to the revenue generated from ticket sales at the venue. And this prediction wasn't just speculation, it was backed by strong early ticket sales and the undeniable star power of Davis.
Stilettos, wearing them purses. How many pay-per-view buys does this Roach Jr. coming up for 130? How many buys do you think this does, my brother?
I mean, 350 is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back.
Ray Jackson Onyx recently revealed that by December, 10,000 seats at the Barclays Center had already been sold. To put that into perspective, the arena holds 19,000 people. This is huge because Davis has been on an incredible streak, selling out every venue he's fought at for his last 12 fights. His matchup against Lamont Roach could mark his 13th consecutive sellout, further proving his superstar status in the sport. Despite all the drama surrounding the March 1st event, including Davis's unpredictable behavior and shocking social media posts, organizers have even raised ticket prices. This move suggests the fight could break the Barclays Center's gate sales record. One thing is clear, no matter the controversy, Davis's fan base remains as loyal as ever, eager to see him in action and willing to pack the arena. The big question now is, how much longer can Davis push the limits before his unpredictable behavior catches up with him? Lamont Roach, who has been on the receiving end of Davis's emotional outbursts, is left wondering just how far these antics will go. While his comments reveal some frustration, he remains composed, refusing to be rattled. But there's a breaking point, and if Davis's chaos creates an opening, Roach is ready to take full advantage. Boxing fans have been eagerly awaiting the showdown between the undefeated Gervonta Davis and former super featherweight champion Lamont Roach. And when tickets went on sale, they wasted no time securing their spots for what promises to be a must-see fight.
Little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. There's no doubt, not because that's my brother, but because I've seen him in the gym.
By the time the fight was officially announced, tens of thousands of seats at the Barclays Center had already been sold, cementing it as one of the most highly anticipated events in boxing history. However, with Gervonta Davis making headlines for his unpredictable behavior, a sense of uncertainty lingers. His recent social media posts claiming the fight was cancelled sent shockwaves through fans, leaving many questioning what was really happening. Known for his emotional outbursts and erratic actions, Davis once again managed to stir confusion. But, as expected, the fight was never actually off. Lamont Roach confirmed as much, and it's clear that Davis's antics haven't dampened his fanbase's excitement. They're still eager to see him step into the ring, even if it means dealing with his unpredictable nature. For those closely following the sport, the build-up to this fight has become about more than just the two men in the ring. It's about the drama, the mind games, and the sheer spectacle that comes with it.
Rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Riot.
Davis and Roach share a long-standing rivalry that dates back to their amateur days. Fans from the DMV area have been especially vocal about this history, and many are expected to travel to the Barclays Center to witness their hometown fighters finally settle the score. This fight isn't just about titles, it's about a personal grudge that has been brewing for years. But it's not just the in-ring action that has people talking. Ticket prices for the March 1st event have been raised, adding to the anticipation of what could be another record-breaking night at the Barclays Center. As the reigning WBA lightweight champion, Davis continues to cement his legacy as one of boxing's biggest stars. His ability to sell out arenas and generate massive revenue has made him one of the sport's most valuable and marketable athletes.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont. Like I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
As the fight draws closer, all eyes are on Davis and how he'll handle the mounting pressure. Meanwhile, Roach has stayed composed, tuning out the drama and focusing on his training for what is undoubtedly the biggest fight of his career. Roach has always embraced the underdog role, but this time, he's out to prove a point. Moving up in weight to challenge Davis for the lightweight title is a bold decision, one that could completely redefine his career if he pulls off the upset. But will it be enough? The fight promises to be a spectacle, but one thing that has sparked controversy is the price fans will have to pay to witness it live.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training.
A few days ago, PPV announced that the fight will be available for purchase at $79.99. Given the current state of the economy, the price is steep, but for a fight of this magnitude, boxing fans seem willing to pay. The mix of Davis's star power and Roach's determination to pull off an upset makes this a must-see event, even with the high cost. However, the rising ticket and PPV prices have reignited the ongoing debate about boxing's affordability. For years, fans have voiced their frustration over the increasing cost of watching major fights. Some have called for price reductions, while others have reluctantly accepted that these blockbuster events come with a hefty price tag.
My whole family's from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah.
This time, boxing's power brokers are paying attention to the growing frustration among fans, especially as piracy continues to be a major issue. With other major events offering lower price points, many are questioning why some promotions keep pushing the limits on pricing. Despite the debate, Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions, the organizations behind Davis's upcoming fight, are standing firm on the $79.99 price tag. They're confident the event is worth the cost, and they're not backing down. Whether this strategy pays off remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. Fans are willing to pay to watch Gervonta Davis, the self-proclaimed king of boxing, step into the ring. As fight night approaches, the excitement is only growing, and the buzz around this event is getting louder.
I'm gonna be in there, y'all talking.
Steven Espinoza recently shared insights on what's next for Tank after his highly anticipated title defense against Roach on March 1st. The WBA lightweight champion has made it clear he wants to face top-tier opponents moving forward. Espinoza outlined what that could mean, mentioning potential matchups with Shakur Stevenson and a rematch with Ryan Garcia. These are the types of fights that, in his view, would generate massive interest, capturing the attention of both fans and the media.
Yeah, but again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too, so I'm gonna catch a lot of that backlash too, but it is what it is. I ain't really stunned that too much. I'm not worried about narratives, I'm worried about what I can do in the ring.
All right, brother. All right.
While these potential matchups have the boxing world buzzing, it's interesting that Espinoza didn't mention other rising contenders like Keyshawn Davis, William Zepeda, Raymond Maratala, or Andy Cruz. These fighters have the skill to challenge Davis, but they haven't yet reached the same level of mainstream recognition. Espinoza's focus is clearly on established stars, fighters who can bring major attention and push Davis's career to new heights. One name that stands out is Ryan Garcia. After facing Davis in 2023 and suffering a decisive knockout loss, Garcia remains a prime candidate for a rematch. His massive social media following has made him one of the most marketable fighters in the sport. If a rematch happens, it could be one of the biggest pay-per-view events in boxing, drawing both hardcore fans and casual viewers alike.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is, not many.
However, there's a catch. Garcia fights at 140 pounds, while Davis has traditionally competed at 135. Espinoza pointed out that weight would be a key factor in making a rematch happen. After their first fight, Davis faced criticism for agreeing to a catch weight and a rehydration clause, which many believed put him at a disadvantage. According to Espinoza, Davis is unlikely to agree to similar terms this time. He's probably not going to agree to any weight stipulations Tank would ask for after being burned last time, Espinoza stated, referencing the controversy surrounding their previous bout. It's clear that Davis wants to avoid repeating past mistakes, especially with even higher stakes now. Then there's Shakur Stevenson, a name that keeps coming up in discussions about Davis's future. Stevenson, a two-division world champion, boasts an elite skill set and a rapidly growing fan base. A showdown between these two could be one of the biggest fights in boxing.
When they start talking, when the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm gonna beat his ass.
He can't do it.
For real, man, be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet. If y'all was loud.
Stevenson is widely regarded as one of the most skilled fighters in boxing today, and a showdown between him and Davis could be one of the sport's most exciting matchups. Espinoza believes Stevenson presents the kind of challenge Davis would be interested in after his title defense against Roach. Maybe it's Shakur, maybe it's a Ryan Garcia rematch, or something like that, Espinoza said, hinting at the caliber of opponents Davis is targeting. However, making these fights happen won't be easy. Boxing is infamous for its complex politics, with negotiations often stalling due to conflicts between promoters, managers, and fighters. A fight between Stevenson and Davis would be a blockbuster event, but it could take time to finalize, especially given the involvement of different promotional companies. Still, Espinoza's comments indicate that Davis is ready to push for the biggest fights possible, setting the stage for some major matchups in the near future.
Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this.
Despite setting his sights on high-profile opponents, Davis continues to face criticism from boxing fans. Many argue that his career has been padded with easier fights against lesser-known opponents, allowing him to remain undefeated and rack up knockouts without facing true challenges. While his record is impressive, some believe he has yet to prove himself against truly dangerous competition. As a result, accusations of cherry-picking his opponents have followed him throughout his career.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's wife, and say, who do you want next? And Tank's going to say, I want all those guys. And they're going to go to the press conference, and Elliot Setback's going to say, who do you want next? He say, I want all.
Boxing fans are now demanding action from Davis, not just words. Many are frustrated with what they see as a pattern of safe matchups and want proof that he's ready to take on the best. Supporters are no longer satisfied with fights that seem like easy wins. They want to see him step into the ring against the toughest challengers. If Davis truly wants to be recognized among the greats, he'll have to prove he can handle elite competition and take on the biggest names in the sport.
What? Who said that? You said what? You said what? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much?
Davis's undefeated record is impressive, but his cautious approach to picking opponents has kept him from truly proving himself at the highest level. While his fan base remains strong, there's growing concern that he's not maximizing his potential. If he wants to cement his legacy, he'll need to take on the toughest challengers, not just the most convenient matchups. Fans have been calling for these high-stakes fights, and they would generate massive buzz in the boxing world. But if he continues to prioritize an undefeated record over real challenges, he risks stalling his growth as a fighter. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.